Welcome here on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Aji. Just to let you have a feel of that particular game, where Doma United actually peeped Eyimba in that game. Goal scored by Hilary Elaku there about 16 minutes. And at least congrats to Doma United and Gombe. They were able to do the business as they won that encounter there. Well, we'll give you a lot of stories in the world of sport as we bring you a story from the world of handball. Now we start with handball story. At Dover Handball League, Nigeria United beat Defenders on day 2. Defenders fought hard, but they lost out to Nigeria United as we give you the result of both men and women. Well, let's start with the men result on day 2 of the handball, where Kano Pillars actually they drew against Correction Boys there 21-21. Nigeria United against the Defenders 34-28 was the score line. Marine Academy against Police Machine ended in the favor of the Lagos team. Marine Academy winning 39-26. Confluence Stars against Safety Shooters was a game that got in favor of Safety Shooters, who actually won 22-18 in that particular encounter. Benden Dynamos, they scored 29, while Benue Buffaloes were able to score 25. 4 points ahead for Benden Dynamos, who won that game there. For Lagos Seasiders, well, they really came to that particular game. They won by extra 4 points ahead of Rima Strikers, 35-31 in the result of the Dover Handball League. Day 2 result for men. Just to have a feel of those games being played across different games that actually went down. Well, good one for the men. Let's look at the women's result as they also played in their own encounter. We have Benue Queens against Safety Babes, 21-32. Rima Queens against Delta Queens, 29-22. While Bender Dynamos, actually, they fought hard, but they lost out to Imo Grasshoppers, who defeated Bender Dynamos 34-23. Plateau Peacocks against Seasider Babes, they won by extra 7 points, 20-13. In that particular game between Plateau Peacocks and Seasider Babes, while Bayelsa Queens against Defender Babes ended 25-29. Defender Babes won this in that encounter by extra 4 points to actually defeat Bayelsa Queens in that particular game there. Handball League for you, giving you day 2 result across Nigeria, where both men and women are fighting hard to see who stays on and who drops down. Well, from the way it is right now, the likes of Rima Strikers, Kano Pillars are all fighting hard. Nigeria United also been there to showcase so many talents in the world of handball. Well, it's always very interesting when we talk about all the other sports, not only football, giving much attention to other sports in Nigeria. After all, the show is 360 Sport, where we take it all round. Well, we go from there. Let's go back to football after giving you those results in handball. Let's talk about football now. Well, for MPFL, Doma United peep Eyimba in Gombe as Bayelsa United hold Heartland FC in Owerri. Well, it went there 2-2 in Owerri. And for Doma United, you just saw the clip there. They peeped Eyimba by a long goal scored by Hilary in the 16th minute there. Let's look at the result and also the scorers of those goals there for the MPFL. Hilary scoring in the 16th minute for Doma United, and for Heartland, it went down 2-2. Good one for the away team, Bayelsa United. They were able to nip it in the ball in the 83rd and 84th minute after Anyanwu scored early for Heartland, and also Chinedu adding another one in the 75th minute. Neyi Ofem was able to at least redeem the image of Bayelsa United before Robert Mizo scoring his 7th goal of the season to get that particular score line in the draw. 2-2 draw, it ended in Bayelsa. From the way it is right now, if you look at how the table is standing, Doma United have been able to at least upstate themselves to the 4th position over there on the log. Well, Lobby Stars are still topping, followed by Raymond Stars, Rangers International, Doma United, and you have Shooting Stars also standing behind Doma United there. From the way it is right now, Doma United FC, really for the fact that they won against Eyimba, that has propelled them to stand 4th on the log there. Good one for Doma United right now. Having to play, they play 8 matches. They won 4, they lost 2, they drew 2 there, and they have scored 9 goals, while against them, they actually went down with 5 goals they conceded. They have 4 goal difference, and they have 14 points, now making them to stand 4th on the log alongside Rangers International, Shooting Stars of Ibadan, while Plateau United are standing 6th, Bende Insurance 7th. You have Abia Warriors also going neck to neck with Bende Insurance on 12 points. Kano Pillars also 3 teams there with 12 points apiece. Bende Insurance, they still have a game to play to meet up with their own match day 8 for Abia Warriors and Kano Pillars. Bende Insurance 12 points they have, and you look at Sporting Lagos and Katsina United having the same point of 11 apiece there. For Rivers United, they have 9 points from Rivers, Sunshine Stars, Kwara United, Gombe United down 4 teams with 9 points there, while Niger Tornadoes are standing 16 on the log with 8 points. For Eyimba International, they need to up their games because right now, playing 6 matches, they only won 2, they lost 3, they drew 1. Well, for goals they've scored, they only scored 4 goals and they've considered 6 goals, having a -2 in their own statistics there with 7 points just for Eyimba International, one of the foremost team in Nigeria. Well, Aqua United, the same point they have, 7 points, -3 after conceding 9 goals this season, scoring 6. They play 8 matches. They only won 1 time, just once, and they drew 4 times, drawing 4 times and losing 3 times there for Aqua United. For Bayelsa United, well, they play 8 matches. They drew 1. They won 2 and they lost 5, conceding 16 goals, scoring 11 with a -5. And you look at their point, 7 points also that they have. For Heartland, after that particular draw, well, they didn't speak too well for them. Both Bayelsa United, Heartland FC, after playing that draw yesterday, still standing 19th and 28th on the log with 7 points for Bayelsa and 5 points for Heartland FC. For Bayelsa, well, right now they've scored, actually scored 11 goals and conceded 16, the -5. Not too good for Bayelsa. And for Heartland, well, they are yet to win a match this season. Winning is 0 there. They have actually drew 5 times. They lost 3 times, making it 8 games they played so far. With 7 goals they scored and they conceded 11, a -4, standing at the front of Heartland FC of Owerri. Well, with 5 points actually gathered so far this season. Looking at the way the table is, it shows that the likes of Lobby Stars are still actually doing so well, topping that group with 17 points from 8 matches, winning 5. Drawing 2, losing 1, and you have a goal difference of 12, and they conceded only 7. They have 5 goals to their credit there. Remo Stars are doing well because they score more goals early on right now. Looking at the fact that they scored 13, they conceded only 6, and they have 7 as their goal difference. Well, from the way it is right now, match day 8 really set, and you look at all the teams there. For Doma United, the roller coaster continue there for what they've done, standing 4th on the log there. Well, right now, just to let you know that we're giving you updates concerning all the activities in the world of football right now concerning Nigerian League, well, MPFL, well, good one there for Doma United, and also for Heartland and Bayelsa. They share the sport in that particular encounter there. Well, right now, our guest is supposed to be joining us from Gombe. Expecting our guest Malele to join us. Malele, are you there? Okay, while we are waiting for Mark Malele, the media officer of Gombe, rather Doma United, will at least talk with us on the show. We quickly run through some of the results in the Women League. Let's talk about the NWFL there. They played their match day 1. Matches were played. Edo Queens, Atlant Queens, Nasarawa Amazon record big wins for Nigeria Tels, where Onome Ebi actually started, where they lost out against Nasarawa Amazons. Let's look at the results of those matches played for Ekiti Queens, the match that started the season for this, at least matches that have been played this so far. Ekiti Queens opened the floodgate, although they couldn't score any goal there against Delta Queens, was 0-0 as it ended. For Nigeria Tels, they lost 1-3 against Nasarawa Amazons. Davis Nora was able to score 1 for them, with the assist coming from Onome Ebi. But for Nasarawa Amazon, Kesiana Mbafa, and also Mbafa was able to score 2 goals there. She scored in 45th and also in the 68th minute. after adding to the one Kesiana scored in the 41st minute, making it 3 for Nasarawa Amazon ladies. That they did so well. They are winning against Nigeria Tales, showing experience against Nigeria Tales there. Well, for Davis Nora, 1 goal that she scored wasn't good enough as they lost out 3-1 there. For Edo Queens, the Pomelo FC Robo Queens of Lagos in that game, well, goal was scored by Mafishere in the 25th minute. Eunice Godwin getting a brace there in the 31st and 66th minute before Unkocha Favor was able to pull one back for FC Robo Queen of Lagos. They lost out by extra 3 points to Edo Queens in Benin City. They did the business and they were able to win. For Chioma Moses, she added another one in the 85th minute to at least silence the visiting FC Robo Queens of Lagos. Still looking at the result of match day 1 of Nigerian Women Football League. Let's go to the other result where we have Conference Queens also playing against Dana's Ladies of Lagos. It ended goalless there in that particular game. Sunshine Queens won. Bayelsa Queens won. At least they shared the spoil there. Suliat Ajibade scoring in the 18th minute for Sunshine Queens of Akure, while Messi Itime was able to equalize for Bayelsa Queens in that particular encounter there. For Remo Star Ladies, it also ended 1-0 draw there against Rivers Angels. Moturayo Ezekiel scored first for Rivers Angel before Joy Ineka was able to pull one back for Remo Stars Ladies. The match that ended 1-0 draw there. Still continuing on the goals scored by all the teams. Let's look at the remaining result in the NWFL match day 1 result there. Heartland Queens, it was 1-2-3-4 against Royal Queens as the courtesy of Onyechi Kalo in the 2nd minute. Chidima and Naile scored in the 9th minute. Gift Figuedito scoring an old goal against our team. And you have Chinedu Chinaka who actually made it the 4th goal for Heartland Queens, meaning scoring 4-0 in that particular encounter. Good one for Heartland Queens. What the men couldn't do, the ladies are doing it. A good one for Heartland Queens. After all, their men drew, but they won their game 4-0. For Abia Angels, 3-2, 5-goal thriller there. Adamawa Queens scored 2, while Abia Angels were able to score 3 goals. Mary Moses in the 5th minute, while Chiamaka Ojialo 59th, and Nasi Manuel making it 3 for Abia Angels. For Adamawa Angels, Bogade 79 and Marachi Ndumi making it 2 goals that Adamawa Queens scored. 22 goals were actually scored in the match day 1 of Nigerian Women Football League. 22 goals scored there. Well, for the big teams that won, Heartland Queens, Abia Angels, Nasarawa Amazon, and also Edo Queens. Let's look at how the table is looking now briefly before we go, at least we listen to the interview of the 2 coaches. But let's quickly look at how the table is standing right now. For Heartland Queens, they are topping the group in Group A alongside Nasarawa Amazon. You have Abia Angels, Conference Queens in that pecking order. For Heartland Queens on goal difference of 4, because they are yet to concede any goal. For Nasarawa Amazon, they conceded a goal after scoring 3. That made them to stand 2nd on the log there. Royal Queens are down on 8th position. Nigeria Tales 7th. Adamawa Queens 6th. And you have Dana's Ladies of Lagos standing 5th there. In Group B, you look at Edo Queens. After winning big there 4-1, they have points of 3. Bayelsa Queens, Delta Queens trailing them. Ekiti United, Remo Stars Ladies in that pecking order. Rivers Angels, Sunshine Queens, and you have Robo Queens of Lagos. Well, the marathon is just starting anyway. It's still early to call, but right now it's always good to make hay while the sun shines. For Heartland Queens, Nasarawa Amazon, Edo Queens, they're right now making a big hay. They want to at least continue to propel high in the Women Football League there. Well, 2 coaches spoke. Let's listen to what they said. 2 coaches, the coach of Conference Queens and also Dana's Ladies, concerning that particular draw that happened in Iyamo.
I would want to say categorically clear that, to be very candid, this is not what I expected. But football is unpredictable. We came with the mindset of, winning, and we got a draw. But in terms of play, I think I'm not satisfied with what the girls have given me. I'm not satisfied. But, we need to be careful with the way we trade words so that they will not be discouraged. I think it gives room for us to go back to the drawing board. You can see so many goal-scoring chances, begging goal-scoring chances that we couldn't convert. And this is what we do basically every day in every of our training sections. I think the only antidote to it is to go back to the drawing board. We'll go back to the drawing board and prepare very well for our away games.
It's not an easy journey, We've actually worked playing from the nationwide down to the championship, then to the premiership. It is a lesson we've taken one step at a time. As we go one step at a time, we learn our lesson, and getting to the premiership, we know that people that are out there, especially highly rated conference, we are looking at it that one confidence we give to our girls, that these are girls like you, they started just like you, and they are there. If you are determined to do anything in life, you get it. They work with the 3Ds, which is discipline, dedication, and determination. Not forgetting our boss, Mr. Danny, who is always there for the players, even for us, the technical crew. All this put together, we look at it that we just coming to the premiership. It's not just, we are just coming to just make our name, but to make a mark that we actually deserve to be in the premiership. And that is the spirit we came here with.
They are coming from the coaches there for Ghana ladies. They want to continue to do well in the NWFL, and also for the coach of Confluence Queens. The coach actually trying to be smart with his words. It also encourages his players there. Well, we've actually rolled out the MPF and also NWFL games that went down just yesterday. Match day 1 for the women and for the men. Doma United, they did well against Ayimba International. And right now, joining us from Gombe should be the media officer of Doma United, the person Mark Malele. Mark, are you there?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I'm right here.
Okay, good one. Your team, you won that game 1-0. At least a good one for your team, being able to down Ayimba of all clubs. Tell us the secret.
All right, thank you very much. Actually, it was a good thing for us, because we've been playing a couple of games recently, because we have played 4 games in 10 days, including some of those rescheduled games due to some of the engagements of Ayimba in the Football Africa League, as well as the rescheduled game against Bendel Insurance. I think that's why we had a kind of couple of runs recently. But it was a good feeling that out of a possible 12 points, we were able to get, let me say, 10. So we missed only 2, which was against Bayelsa United, where we drew goalless at home. So we felt bad about it, but we are okay with what we have right now, because it's stressful for the players to be playing this number of games just within this short period of time.
Well, right now, Doma United, for at least for the past, your team has been kind of consistent when it comes to the MPFL, and you have 2 teams in Gombe State, Gombe United, Doma United. The synergy, the 2 teams, when they play in a way, your team seems to be the Inter and AC Milan of Gombe State. How does it look with the fans anytime the 2 teams meet?
Well, it's always a derby when Gombe United and Doma United are playing each other, because of there are 2 clubs, 2 NPFL clubs that are playing in the Nigerian Premier Football League. So there is always this rivalry. Every supporter will want to protect the image of his club, want to tell this fan, yes, my club beats your club. And so it's always a little bit tensed between the fans. But it's a good thing that we had a very peaceful game between us and Doma United. All what we were thinking of was, let's have a peaceful game and the best team should win. And that was the only thing that happened. That was why there was any single person that complained of maybe he was hot, or there was an issue of maybe even an insult. So it was a peaceful game between Gombe United. It's always a tense game when Doma United and Gombe United are playing.
Okay, always a tense one there. But right now, Doma United, your team is standing 4th. This is a marathon, as you always call it. You think your team have what it takes to run through the whole matches remaining and stay top among the top tier in the league?
Well, it comes with a lot of factors before you can see your team finishing maybe 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. Number 1, you have to keep your players fit. You have to ensure that your players are fit. And when your players are fit, that is when they can give you all the results you want to have. We have a set target as a club before the end of the season. So that is what we are trying to achieve right now. So that is why when the players are on the pitch, they leave every single drop of sweat there. They want to ensure that the target of the team is achieved. And I think it's possible. The only thing we are calling for is the medical departments of the club are working hard to ensure that these players are fit enough to play every single match they are going to play in the NPFL this season. So I think in terms of motivation, in terms of whatever it is, the management have put everything in motion to ensure that the players are motivated, the management are motivated, and everyone is doing his job. Because it's not only the players that will be playing on the pitch. A lot of things happen behind the scene before you see a club succeeding, or maybe you see a club playing very well on the pitch.
Okay, good one there. Coming from Mark Malele, media officer of Doma United FC. Let's cross over to you, Mark. Super Eagles will be playing today. That's the topic we're looking at. Super Eagles Nigeria of Nigeria versus Crocodiles of Lesotho. This match will be coming up by 5 p.m. and a lot of expectations. What do you think will happen? Let me ask from you as a media officer of one club.
You know, when it comes to the Super Eagle, I have lowered my expectations actually because of some of the recent happenings when it comes to our national teams. You know, when I looked at the Super Eagles now, I have a problem with who is managing the team, to be specific. But I don't have problem with the players, but who is managing the team right now. But the set of players we have in Nigeria, the caliber of players we have in Nigeria are players that can win us the African Cup of Nations hands down without any problem. So one thing is for sure, you need to know how you can put in these players in the right position and at the right time to get you the result you want. And I don't have that confidence in the current technical advisor of the team to deliver the kind of performances we want from the team, as well as other things. Though this person might come up with some issues that he is having, one or two issues with either the glass house or wherever it is. But Nigerians do not care. Nigerians want to see results on the pitch. And football, or maybe let me say sport entirely, is the only thing holding Nigeria together at the moment. You and I know that. So one thing is for sure, we have to ensure that if the Super Eagles are playing, they should give us results that will help us continue staying together. If the Super Falcons are playing, they should give us results that will make everybody who goes to the viewing center or is watching at home be very happy and forget about other issues that he's having outside football or outside whatsoever. But this current team, we have everything it takes to win AFCON, unless, I repeat, we do not want to win it. But this current team, we have everything.
Oh, good one there. Well, from the way it is right now, let's digress away from the main team. Let's talk about the goalkeeping department. Uzoho affirmed Uzoho as Nigerian #1 goalkeeper. Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians are beginning to pour their heart out there. They are not too happy with this particular story. Uzoho affirmed Uzoho as Nigerian #1 goalkeeper. Say he's the best in Nigeria. Is it really true? You agree with him on this?
Yeah, not. I have some goalkeepers. I'm very happy for Amas, who was recently called up to replace Maduka Okwe. I like it when we have our home-based players, our domestic players being called up to the Super Eagles. But my problem is, I don't want just players that will just be called up to fill up some boots, to fill up some vacancies, or just to be on the bench to watch the game. If we are calling up goalkeepers from the domestic league, which is the only position that are mostly invited when it comes to domestic players, I think we should call up goalkeepers because we feel there is something they can contribute. And this contribution should not be coming from the bench. I'm very sad, to be honest with you, that the only players that are always being called up from the domestic league, most of them are only goalkeepers. And when they go there, they don't get to see game time. What is Uzoho doing there? How many times has Uzoho played for his team out there? And how many times has Amas played? How many times has Ojo played? And look at what Kingdom Osai is doing with Doma United. I want to be selfish here. Look at what he's doing presently with Doma United. Why are these guys not called up and then used in the Super Eagles? Why? They have everything it takes to be right there. So if Uzoho is not giving you the result you want, then bring in a competitive person that can put in a competition for him so that at least he will know that he has somebody. But do you know the problem? Let me tell you something. The problem we have is we feel when we invite players from outside the country, those who are playing outside the country, we feel they are just the best, and then they must not be on the bench. And the home-based players must be the ones that will be on the bench. That is the only problem we have. So if we can invite home-based players and we feel they are very good to be invited, then we should use them in the national team. If you are inviting Amas, then let it be that Amas will play a game.
Okay, big one
So
there.
if,
Mark Malele.
if he brought in Uzoho and he feels Uzoho is the number one,
I see the anger
why
in
is
your
he
voice.
inviting,
Mark, I can see
to
the
be
anger
honest,
coming from you. I want to appreciate your time with us. If I should allow you, maybe I hope you won't punch Coach Pizarro. Well, good one. We want to appreciate your time with us, Mark Malele, media officer of Doma
thank you
United.
very much. I really appreciate it.
Good one. Well, Mark Malele joined us from Gombe
Yeah, it's a
there.
pleasure.
Seriously, very painful when you look at the way good goalkeeping department of Super Eagles has turned to a big one to rate Uzoho as the best goalkeeper and also a number one in Nigeria. Well, we just hope that something good will come before the AFCON. Let's see how it goes. Nigeria will be playing against Crocodile of Lesotho by 5 p.m. This evening. And that match, a lot of Nigerians want to see action coming from Super Eagles. Well, that will be it on this show where we're giving you details in the world of sport. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.